Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of our conference on generative AI, ethics, and governance. This is a conference by the K&L Gates initiative in ethics and computational technology here at Carnegie Mellon. So we will begin day 2 of the conference with opening remarks from the university leadership and representatives from K&L Gates. So it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Provost James Garrett. Provost Garrett is the Provost and Chief Academic Officer of Carnegie Mellon University since 2019. A member of our faculty since 1990, he is Carnegie Mellon Plaid through and through, having received his bachelor, master, and doctoral degrees all in civil and environmental engineering from this very institution. Please join me now in welcoming Provost Garrett to the podium.
Thank you. Thank you for that kind introduction, Hoda. And in fact, thinking back on my degrees, folks won't know this, but back then in the 80s, I was applying AI to civil engineering problems. And so, this area of study goes way back here at this university. So it's my true pleasure to welcome all of you back to day 2 of the K&L Gates CMU Conference on AI, Ethics, and Governance. And I'd like to extend a special welcome to our distinguished keynote speakers and panelists who will be sharing some of their expertise with us today. And I also welcome several of our university leaders in attendance. I do see some deans and some department heads, and thank you for being here today. So yesterday, we explored the landscape of governance approaches to general purpose AI, examining the challenges and opportunities it presents and discussing how academia, industry, and government can collaboratively shape its development. Today, we shift our focus to the practical implementation of AI governance and the concrete impacts of this technology that are already manifesting themselves in education, healthcare, the workforce, and beyond. The theme of AI ethics and governance deeply aligns with Carnegie Mellon's institutional mission. We're committed to not only advancing technological frontiers, but also ensuring these advancements serve humanity ethically and responsibly. This commitment is reflected in programs and initiatives across our university. For example, when CMU built its lab for AI-enabled autonomous experimentation, previously referred to as the Cloud Lab, we also pioneered responsible AI implementation as part of the discovery science, ensuring that safety and ethical considerations remain at the forefront as we move experiments from AI to real-world instrumentation. And in the classroom, we're finding ways to integrate generative AI into our curriculum, embracing it as a tool to potentially enhanced learning. And I add that potentially because thanks to our Vice Provost for Education and Learning Innovation, Marcia Lovett, we have instituted a testing component to any of these changes that we're exploring with the use of AI in the classroom, and to ensure that the learning objectives are being met. So we're doing that while we're also very much committed to using the tools to enhance learning, but not replace critical thinking. And through our open science initiatives, we're establishing frameworks that balance innovation with responsibility, making AI-driven research accessible to all while maintaining rigorous ethical standards. So today, we're privileged to hear from Natasha Crampton, Chief Responsible AI Officer at Microsoft, who will share insights from her experience in establishing robust governance frameworks within a leading technology organization. As President Jahanian established yesterday, our discussions address some of the most pressing challenges of our time. The governance frameworks that we discuss today will shape how AI technologies impact individuals, communities, and institutions for generations to come. So today I encourage you to engage actively with all of our speakers and panelists through the Q&A sessions using Slido and the networking opportunities that will be made available to you today. So before I introduce our keynote speaker, I do want to express our sincere gratitude to K&L Gates for their support of this conference and the broader AI initiatives at Carnegie Mellon. Their leadership in addressing the legal complexities of generative AI and their innovative integration of these technologies exemplify the kind of thoughtful adoption we hope to encourage across all sectors. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Carolyn Austin, who will share her thoughts on these themes and guide us through today's program. Ms. Austin is a special counsel and knowledge management and innovation leader at K&L Gates with a broad range of experience in legal services and legal operations. Her particular focus is on the intersection between legal innovation and technology, generative AI, knowledge management, and process design. As Director of Practice Innovation, she leads a firm-wide team of senior practice support lawyers and specialist technicians. She is also responsible for the delivery of global practice innovation initiatives, including generative AI solutions, global precedents and knowledge services, document automation, and digital adoption. So we certainly look forward to hearing from her today. So without further ado, let me invite Carolyn Austin to the podium to give us her remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jim. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to all our attendees and panelists and distinguished guests today. For those who were here yesterday, our theme was sector agnostic AI governance, and we enjoyed a fabulous program of presentations, discussions, Q&A from all of our speakers in dialogue through the questions with our audience. I took a straw poll of my K&L Gates colleagues who were here yesterday for their highlights, and that yielded some really memorable points, and I thought I would just share a few of them with you today and see if they resonate for those of you who were here. For those who may not have been here, this might be some insight into what we learned yesterday. In no particular order. First of all, discussions like these are critically important. At this point in history, the dialogue that we're having today is going to enhance and feed all of us. We need to work with a broad base of people from all different walks of life because the technology needs to work for all of us. So who is at the table matters. Learning how to learn is one of the most important skills to future-proof yourself. Decisions are made by those that show up. And when building something, use your voice to speak up, and then speak up for those who may not have a voice. My personal highlight from yesterday was the lightning round presentations at lunchtime, where we heard from the inspirational K&L Gates fellows who are doing some fantastic PhD research right here at CMU. And I was personally blown away by some of the work that they're doing. Day 2. Our theme today is sector-specific governance of AI. And so I wanted to share with you a few words about the growing use of generative AI in our sector, the legal profession. First of all, Gen AI is being increasingly adopted by law firms, and we're seeing that exponentially. Just one statistic from a recent American Bar Association survey, and this came out on the 5th of March this year, is that amongst firms with 100 or more attorneys, that 46% of attorneys in those firms report currently using AI-based technology tools, and that is up from just 16% in 2023 and is projected to increase. Competitive pressures are high, with 76% of clients prioritising tech literacy when selecting counsel. Nevertheless, While generative AI may streamline and even enhance lawyers in the performance of their tasks, it does not absolve them of their responsibilities under applicable legal rules and ethical rules. Lawyers have duties, including confidentiality, clear communication with clients, and partners have a duty to supervise lawyers and others reporting to them in their teams when they are carrying out legal work, including appropriate use of generative AI technology. On the flip side, lawyers also have a duty of competence, which explicitly includes understanding the capacity and limitations of technology, including Gen AI, and periodically updating that understanding. So we can't opt out. All of which underlines the need for thoughtful internal AI governance policies and processes, and for regular, thorough, and targeted Gen AI education. At K&L Gates, our AI Solutions Group were early to recognise this need and to implement a comprehensive Gen AI training program reaching to all levels of our organisation, from our senior leadership through partners, through our newest joiners as summer associates and our allied professionals who work at the firm. We're very proud that we were shortlisted in the FT Innovative Lawyer Awards in North America in 2024 for our education program. And indeed, just last week, we launched a new Gen AI training program for partners, and we were overwhelmed. We got 200 partners sign up to that in the first 48 hours. So clearly, the need is there, and it's acknowledged that they want to learn. So meanwhile, as we have identified and evaluated and implemented generative AI solutions at our firm, and that includes tools for productivity, tools for legal research, tools for document summarization, for contract review, litigation preparation, and much more, we've been alive to two things particularly. And the first is the people aspect and the cultural change that is required to drive the successful adoption of these tools in our everyday work. And I am really proud to say that our firm has pioneered the employment of a dedicated change management team to work alongside our practice innovation team and our lawyers so that we can demonstrably leverage our investment in these tools and make a difference to the way that our people work every day and to the value that we're giving to our clients. Secondly, we're very alive to the responsibility to pay this forward through our active AI and Access to Justice program, where our practice innovation team and our AI Solutions Group works very closely with our pro bono leadership. And we are proud, therefore, to be associated with the Stanford Legal Design Labs as we try to design ways in which AI can be used to further access to justice. There's so much more to do. What we're learning at this event, though, please know, is directly and practically applicable to the work that I and my team do and that we're doing at K&L Gates every single day as we work through this. And so we want to thank you all again, all of our speakers, all of our participants, everyone here today, all of the organisers from CMU, for your fellowship and your foresight on this journey. And now we're really excited to hear from our panellists today, so I'm not going to stand in their way anymore. I want to continue this stimulating and very necessary discussion. So it's over to Hoda Heidari to frame the day and lead us forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carolyn, for those very insightful remarks. You made my job very easy. My goal was to frame the day, but I will make this quick. So if you remember, we started yesterday by establishing the significance and timeliness of the theme of this year's conference, which is Generative AI, Ethics and Governance. We defined the concept of governance and the key challenges associated with governing general purpose AI. We were fortunate to have DJ Patel share his insights on the federal government's evolving approach to AI, spanning from the Obama administration all the way to today's second Trump administration. DJ argued that we are at an inflection point of sorts, one that carries profound social, economic, and political implications. And he emphasized, as Carolyn mentioned, the importance of showing up and planning proactively to ensure a soft landing. Panel 1 provided a thought-provoking discussion on the challenges of governing general-purpose AI, focusing on the novel ethical issues that the technology brings up. For example, Francesca Rossi shared her insights on the governance of agentic AI, drawing from her experience operationalizing the responsible governance of AI and agentic AI at IBM. Panel 2 provided a comprehensive look at the varied approaches that different governmental entities have taken toward both governing and regulating AI at different levels. And panel 3 explored how organizations are navigating the challenges of AI governance and compliance with this very rapidly evolving and complex regulatory landscape. It also shed light on the different perspectives that different entities have on evaluating AI systems for their risks and capabilities, debating the extent to which AI should be assessed, the methodologies used, and the challenges of balancing innovation with responsible oversight. So day 2 of the event is going to be focused on sectoral approaches to AI governance. We are fortunate to have Natasha Crampton with us. She is the Chief Responsible AI Officer of Microsoft, and she is going to tell us about her insights around operationalizing responsible AI at scale in the tech sector. The keynote session is going to be followed by the last panel of this conference, which is going to focus on the governance of generative AI and its impact in 3 specific domains: education, healthcare, and the future of work.